This is a story about character. It's about people with resilience and passion who struggle, give, overcome, chalk the day up to experience, or succeed beyond their wildest dreams. Then show up the next day and do it all over again. But what makes their story so interesting? The Bronx. Montefiore Medical Center. What happens within these walls is healthcare. Some of the most innovative, groundbreaking, nurturing, and personalized healthcare in the country. I've seen it myself. But within these walls is something else too. Family, in the broadest possible sense. These people don't just work in the Bronx. These people are the Bronx. With great honor, I introduce you to the Faces of Montefiore.
Montefiore is known all over the world, really, for their medical experience and their knowledge. But the smaller things, on a smaller level, is just about as good as the bigger things that we do here. As a matter of fact, we was shopping in White Plains not long ago, and this lady walked up to me and she started to cry. She said, "You're Ruby," and I got upset because I'm like, "Why are you crying?" She said, "You would never know. About 20 years ago, I had surgery, and you made me a cup of coffee. It was the best cup of coffee I ever had, and I still remember you and that coffee." And she was crying, and I didn't realize one cup of coffee, what it did to one human being.
We all come to work with a purpose, to serve the people that come through the doors. I'm blessed to believe that every day that I'm here.
Most of us came from this very place. We were born and raised here. So we feel a commitment, too, to give back to our community as well. And I can tell you a story. My grandmother was a patient here, I want to say probably in the late 60s, because that's when she passed away. And she was very sick with cancer, and I was too young to go visit her. And my sister and I, I'm going to get choked up, stood on the sidewalk in front of the hospital and waved to her at the window. And I remember that. It was the old building that's right here. I mean, that was the hospital back then. And now everybody knows about Montefiore. It is the healthcare provider of choice here in the Bronx.
Montefiore is a premier academic medical center. We have innovative clinical care, centers in heart, cancer, and children's that do cutting-edge treatment. We do research, clinical and basic research, and we teach. I'm one of the faces of Montefiore. I've been here for 25 years. I grew up in this neighborhood, went to high school down the block. It's palpable. You can feel how much people are committed to being here and to doing the job that they do here at Montefiore at every level of the organization.
It's a big world out there. When I arrived here, it was comforting to me that it was a family atmosphere, and I say that with sincerity. People here have the same goal, to take care of those around us in the Bronx, in New York City, and beyond.
It's a different generation, it's a different environment, and it's a different culture today. But we still have that same sense of community. That has not gone away. That has not gone away.
So, Dad, you've been here in November. It'll be 40 years.
Yes, yes, 40 years, Paula. And I started here as an electrician. And if somebody would say, Paulie, 40 years from now, tell me exactly where you would be, I would never, never, never think that I would be Director of Engineering here at Montefiore Hospital. How long are you here now?
6 years.
6 years. One of the directors said, Paul, I remember you were saying that your daughter is looking for a job. Then I called you up and I said, you're gonna get a phone call, just say yes. So
he had already decided that I was taking the job.
Right. I'm the one who decided it for him, you know.
And it was a good fit for me,
Yeah, right,
and
right.
I just felt so comfortable here after growing up here all my life and running after him in the hallway and him waking me up at 1 o'clock in the morning to come on daylight savings time to change the master clocks, turn them back, and he would bring me.
My bosses at the time always taught me, anyway, you gotta give back, and you have to help, you have to give back. You always do the right thing. So I try and teach that to my daughter. Your boss is
6 years, every day the same thing he tells me.
Well,
every day. I know.
Always help and
That's what I do.
And accommodate and give back. Like I says, I owe everything to Montefiore. Montefiore owes Paulie nothing, absolutely nothing. I owe everything to Montefiore.
And I owe everything to you.
Right, thank you. Thank you for that.
What's most interesting to me when I think back over the 27 years that I've been here is that we have the very finest healthcare workers you can find anywhere. But what we have in addition to that is a sense of community, a highly diverse workforce that reflects this borough, a sense of empathy, a sense of caring, and a sense of pride. It's palpable. You walk the halls of Montefiore and you feel the Montefiore experience.
The Faces of Montefiore would mean thousands and thousands of faces. It's the thousands of people who work here. It's the thousands of people whose lives are touched here. And it's the thousands of people whose children and future generations will be touched as the health of the adults and children today will provide for the next generation and the next generation.
Quite honestly, it's almost unimaginable what would happen without a Montefiore.